Herta is your pole sitter. Santi Urrutia to his outside. Keep those fingers crossed that will make it through turn number 1. Green flag waves. Urrutia quickly ducks behind Herta. Now pops to the outside. They'll go 3 and 4 wide behind him. Herta locks him up just a bit. A lot of brake smoke and some wheel banging further back, but Colton Herta is clear. He has the lead, Jake Query, and he'll bring Santi Urrutia with him through turn number 3.
They go around that turn number 3, single file. As a matter of fact, now all of a sudden it's Nico Jamin into the wall. That allows Colton Herta to pull away just a little bit. Juan Pedrahita and as well his teammate Award go side by side. Full course caution here on lap number 1.
And it looks like it's going to be a 2-car incident, Jake. As you mentioned, Nico Jamin has pounded the outside wall. Davey, it looks like the gentleman that was on the podium for the first time yesterday, Neil Alberico, got a piece of that as well. They made it through turn 1, but that tricky turn 3 claimed 2 race cars.
Yeah, you know, it was actually right at turn 3 again, and I don't know if they hit the curbing. Boy, somebody's coming really late, too.
That's Ryan Norman.
No, he must have had a late... on the start must have had an issue or something, because just coming by the accident now. But I don't know if they hit the curb, or we're going to have to watch a replay right now, but definitely hard contact for both of those cars in turn 3.
Again, that is Nico Jamin, the rookie driver for Andretti Autosport, and Neil Alberico. And Davey, you got a good look at the replay here. Boy, it almost looked like the rear of that car just bounced off the ground for Jamin.
Well, it happened way before, and actually Alberico, you can see his left front tire already damaged. He ran into the back of Jermaine in turn 2, basically. Was way before turn 3. Got him up in there, and they landed. They both had damage at that point. So, yeah, that was just a tight field coming through there is what it was.
The good news with turn 3 and turn 2 being manipulated, that is a slower portion of the racetrack. Neither one of those hits considered severe. Both of those drivers out of those race cars. But Jake Query, the day is done for both Neil Alberico and Nico Jamin.
Yeah, just wanted to pass that along, Nick, because it is just below me here where Nico Jamin has gotten out of his race car. Neil Alberico just about a city block behind him, but wanted to pass along. Both of them, once that Homatro safety crew was right there, waited, lifted up that visor, and hopped out under their own power.
David, we saw things pretty nice and even up front. Colton Herta smoked the tires a bit getting into turn 1, but from about third on back, it was 3 or 4 wide getting into turn 1. As it funnels into turn 2 and turns 3, this was pretty much bound to happen.
Yeah, no, it just gets so tight down there, and it was a kind of odd situation because he got ran into the back of a guy, and so, but that happens. He may have lifted, you can't tell, we're not in those cockpits, but Jermaine may have lifted just that little teeny bit, and really at that point, it just left Alberico with nowhere to go.
Through the fastest part of this racetrack right now into turn number 1.
Yeah, and I didn't see any hand movement on the steering wheel to push the overtake button, not knowing exactly where it is on his particular steering wheel, but it looks like he's not using it yet, maybe saving it for later on in this event.
And Jake Query, he is not necessarily in the clear because Matthias Leist is just about 3 or 4 car lengths behind yesterday's winner.
Yeah, Leist has had a pretty active day as well. I mentioned it earlier on, and now he's trying to close in. It's funny, Nick, you are right on it, because just as we were starting to think that Talitz was going to get there on Kellett, then Leist said, you know what, I'd kind of like to get involved in this procedure. Once they come, we've got a problem now, just out of my view, but I can tell that somebody has made contact. It is Dalton Kellett who has made contact out of turn number 7, comes to a stop just outside of turn number 8, where that car comes to a stall, and now this full course has come under the caution flag.
Davey, we were watching that onboard of Aaron Telitz. It happened right in front of him there exiting Pioneer Park.
Yeah, what happened coming off of turn 8, which is a difficult spot. There's a crown in the road, so when you come off that corner and you get to, it feels like you have good grip in the center of the corner, but on exit the road crowns off. Cars get loose there as the tires wear, and he was pushing it, spun that thing, got the nose in the wall, ripped the front nose wing off, and he was the only car involved, but that could have been worse than it was, because right behind him, right? I mean, that was Titus was right behind him, if I recall, and he could have got in there. But what this does for everybody is going to pack the field up again and give everybody another shot to fight with that car in front of him.
Dalton Kellett has made his way down to pit lane. Rob Howden, you got a good eye on that race car for Andretti Autosport.
Yeah, right here, right now, Nick. And just like everybody on the team and the guys from Cooper Tire having a good look at it, they're trying to see what kind of damage was done. There was obviously some contact on the left side of the race car. He white-walled both cars. They had to put a new front wing on it as well. They're going to work on the left, or rather the left rear. It's going to be a new right rear on the car. So significant contact here, Nick Yeoman. He really white-walled the left side of the car and a flat right rear and a new front wing. So a lot of work for Dalton Kellett trying to get him back out.
As the pace car is pulled in, so a quick full course caution. Pato O'Ward's going to try to jump to the outside of Santi Urrutia. They're going to go side by side. Urrutia muscles him out of the way and holds on to that second position. So Jake, a great start for Colton Herta, but second through about seventh is awful tight.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that battle for third right now is a good one as well. Kaiser is going to make the move. As a matter of fact, he's going to go to the inside, put Kyle Kaiser now into that third position. So Colton Herta is your leader. Then behind him it's Urrutia. Kaiser runs now in third, and O'Ward shuffled back to fourth, working their way around Pioneer Park. And now Colton Herta tries to extend that lead. He's got about a 12-car length advantage on Santi Urrutia.
All that jockeying behind Colton Herta has helped Colton Herta. Urrutia now lost a lot of ground. Kyle Kaiser running third. Pato O'Ward hangs on to fourth. And guess what? Here comes Aaron Telitz moving up as well.
A lot of jockeying for position. Shelby Blackstock is all over the rear wing of Matthias Lace. That's a battle for six as they make their way through turns 14. Colton Herta with a nice 10 to 15 car length advantage as he crosses the stripe to complete lap number 25. Santi Urrutia safely in second. Kaiser has moved up to third. Pato O'Ward is fifth, but Jake Query O'Ward in that bright yellow machine has yesterday's winner bearing right down on the rear wing. That's Aaron Telitz through turn number 3.
The last time by, there was a sizable gap between the two of them. Now it is absolutely become noticeably closer. Telitz now is moving his way, trying to close in. And right now we have Rickards also has a problem, Nick. Can't see it right now, but this field works its way around Pioneer Park.
Yeah, Jake, that might just be just out of your view. That's at the exit of turn number 3, that new portion of the racetrack. That is Garth Rickards has brought out a full course caution. Davey, not sure what happened, but that was a big hit for that driver for Carlin.
Yeah, another big hit, and that's the second Carlin car in the wall in turn 3 right there. This wasn't just a little one. This car's wiped out big time. Looks like he's okay. He's not out of the car yet. Yeah, he gave a little thumbs up there, so he's fine. But boy, that car got destroyed.
So a full course caution for Garth Rickards, who has wrecked that Carlin racing machine in turn number 3, pounding the outside wall. So that leaves Colton Herta up front. Santi Urrutia second, Kyle Kaiser third, Pato O'Ward is fourth, Aaron Telitz is fifth, Matthias Lace is sixth, Shelby Blackstock is seventh, Zachary Clayman DeMello eighth, Nico DePero ninth, Juan Pedro Hita 10th. And again, Davey, good to see him now hopping out of that race car.
Yeah, he's definitely okay. But boy, he did wipe that car. They're tearing a lot of carnage in today's race compared to yesterday. Yesterday, pretty clean, had a few little incidents, but today, boy, there's some big hits going on.
Let's go to pit lane. Joel Sebastianelli, he's down in that Pelfrey pits. They're certainly keeping their eye on 4th place running Pato O'Ward and 10th place running Juan Pedro Hita.
They are. Pato O'Ward looking quite racy today and yesterday as we expected. Last year in Pro Mazda, you had a chance to see him with Pelfrey as well. 6 wins in the first 7 races. How have you seen Pato grow?
Yeah, he's an amazing driver. He's doing a really mature job out there, considering it's his first race in Indy Lights and driving like a pro with a lot of experience. It's really tough out there, and it's some very good racing. So I hope we can keep it there up front.